So a lot of people keep saying, why does Huda have more engagement than Alandria? Why is she getting millions of likes in 1 hour than others in 7 days? And it cracks me up because, and it's hilarious because, see, Wicked is coming out during the right year. Because if it's anything that we learned from Wicked, popularity only means so much. You know what I'm saying? Being popular doesn't mean that you're good or that you're a good person. It's not what it means all the time. And that's the case with Huda. In this case, Huda is Galinda. She's the one who, minus Huda, like, being like, the only thing I would say about Galinda is obviously she loves popularity. Huda doesn't really display it much, but don't get it twisted. The situation still gives Galinda. Just because someone is popular, it doesn't mean that it is for good reasons or because it's a good thing. The behavior that Huda displayed, if, like I said, if it was anybody else, especially a person of color, particularly, it would just be a huge issue. And what cracks me up is Shelly and Alandria only did half of the many things that Huda has done, yet they have been more ridiculed than anybody I've seen ever. And like I said, this goes, and it doesn't shock me because with the way the world is now, with Trump being in office, it doesn't shock me that this is the case. Specifically because, one, obviously the world wasn't as divided as it was last year, at least before November. During Love Island, at least before we knew when November came. And so the part that confuses me, or I would say that throws me off, is because when you think about how, this season 7, how season 6 transpired with the girl power and the sticking together as women, obviously it painted a whole other different side to the show. But then you have with this, with this season, it's just a completely different side, most likely because of how the world has transpired since the election, and obviously there's so much division. But the fact that we can't, that people can't, not even people but Huda specifically can't even take accountability. She never takes accountability for nothing she's done, yet she's praised for it. Right? Shelly and Alandria have taken accountability all through the process of the show. And they were destroyed for it. Online. You got BuzzFeed now talking about I want to issue a apology to the black community. First of all, I don't know, for some reason I have a feeling that was a white person who made that original post. Well, second of all, it cracks me up. Like, why are you making an apology to the black community? Why aren't you making one to Shelly first? And that's what I say when I talk about the disrespect that these black women are facing. It's annoying. It's irritating, but yet it's not surprising. It doesn't shock me. And that's why I can't wait for this reunion to come out, because I really want to see what Huda's response is. Most likely she's not going to take accountability like she has when she was in the island. That's most likely what's going to happen. But I do want to see what her response is going to be to a lot of the things that she has played a part in, because she does have an issue with almost everybody, with almost every single one of the cast members. She was popping off in the beginning of the season when her and Jeremiah, week 1, Jeremiah and Huda are married. Week 1, they're married. They're married. She's hiding the fact that she's a kid, and they're married already, right? When bombshells come in, she's going off on them as though she's forgotten the plot of what the show is about, exploring love. So it confuses me. It throws me for a loop. It just it's a lot for me to obviously not ignore. And like I said, that's why I can't wait till reunion comes out, because a lot does need to be discussed in the reunion. And we know Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen is messy. So we most likely will be getting what we want to hear. Because Andy Cohen is a messy man. And I really want to see how these people are, specifically out of everybody, I want to see how they're going to go. I want to see how she's going to respond. And, you know, with her Huda being the victim and people falling for it constantly and all of that, it's just, it's absolutely insane to me. It's insane to me every time I think about it. And does it shock me? No. But it's sad because Huda can do no wrong in her fans' eyes. And that's concerning. And I mean real concerning. Which, I mean, obviously alludes to me that Huda's fans don't believe in accountability. Which wouldn't shock me nor surprise me in any sort of way. But what I will say is, you know, at the end of the day, that's why I can't wait till the reunion comes out, because we got a lot that we got to discuss. And I'm talking about a lot. And actually, you know, Crybaby just had its anniversary, the Crybaby album. You know, despite the allegations, I don't really know what happened between Melanie or Timothy. That don't got nothing to do with me. It ain't none of my business. Obviously, I hope the accusations ain't true, because if it is, I've said before, it's messed up. That's messed up, but I don't really know the full story behind that. But what I will say is Crybaby, oh man, I feel like Crybaby is such an underappreciated album. Underappreciated and appreciated at the same time. I just feel like it didn't really get the true, I feel like it just didn't get, well, maybe, I guess I would just most likely say it just didn't get enough awards for me. Even though I know Melanie, she never really cared about the Grammys or anything like that. But I just wish she would have got some type of awards, especially for the Grammys. Even though I know with the way everything's been going with the Grammys, it's just, I really wish it would have got more awards. It just really deserved it. It's an incredible album. Crybaby, K through 12, all of them. Portals. I love how symbolic the album is, and as I said before, especially Crybaby, with the themes of what each album discusses. I love it because, like I said, a lot of artists don't really go into heavy topics like Melanie does. She goes full throttle in such hard and emotional and real life scenarios and things. A lot of artists don't do that. I mean, majority when it comes into the pop realm, or it's all really, I guess it's all around the same type of thing. relationship, love. It has to do with some form of a relationship. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I wish a lot of other artists would hit on other big topics, in a more pop way. But yeah, love the album. I think it's incredible. My favorite song, personally, besides Pity Party, because I feel like that's just like the obvious one. For me, it's Dollhouse, Carousel. Carousel is number one. No, okay, Pity Party is number one. Mrs. Potato Head is number two. Carousel is number three. 4 would be, for me, it would be Pacify Her. Number 4 would be Alphabet Boy. Love Alphabet. I know my A, B, C's, yeah, Chuki. I love that song so much. But yeah, you can't even rank them songs because they all incredible, to be for real. But yeah, definitely love the album. Definitely encourage you to listen to Melanie's entire discography because it's really incredible. Love her music.